Welcome back to the channel. This week we are checking out the new Members Mark golf ball from Sam's Club. Can it beat a Srixon Z-Star Diamond? Let's go find out. Like I said, I was able to get my hands on the Members Mark Sam's Club golf ball, and I wanted to compare it against a high-quality golf ball like the Z-Star Diamond. After all my testing this year, I kind of ended up with the Z-Star Diamond. So let's take it out. First stop's going to be the simulator. We're going to hit wedges. We're going to hit irons. We're going to hit driver. And then I'm going to take it out to the green, and we're going to chip it, putt it, just kind of do some stuff around the green with it, see how it performs out there. So let's get to it. So today we got a little bit of a fun one for us. We are going to be testing the new Walmart Sam's Club Maker's Mark golf ball. So I'm going to compare it against my Z-Star Diamond that I've been playing, just shot my lowest round with. So first one is going to be wedges. We'll compare spin rates, launch angles, all that kind of stuff. So let's give a couple of shots here. Okay, first one, not bad, not bad. So my shot here is a about 85-yard wedge, which is kind of what I like to hit with this club, this 54 degree. So we're going to 85-yard wedge from the 54-degree wedge. Okay, second one, a little bit better contact there. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Number 3. Okay. Consistently getting faster. Faster, further. Spins there. So far, liking what I'm seeing. Not bad so far. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Getting pretty good shots with it. Excellent. Last one here. Let's give it a good go. How's that sound? Okay. A little toey, gonna flop that one a little bit. Spin's gonna be astronomical, but all right, so far so good. Let's hit the Z-Star Diamond, see what we think. So next up, Z-Star Diamond. You'll be able to tell the difference between the two because one's bright yellow. Z-Star Diamond's bright yellow. Okay. First one's not bad. Excellent. First thing, just kind of first shot differences. I think the Members Mark feels a little bit firmer, but we'll see. That one's not going to be my best shot. Actually, turned out okay. Maybe didn't have the speed on that one that I've had on others. Yeah, you can just see ball speed there dropped. That really good there. Okay. I think that was what, 3? Give it a couple more. That's probably my best shot with the Z-Star Diamond. Nuked it. Pretty good. I think that was number 4. We'll give it one more here. Okay. That one felt really good. Yeah, first thoughts with wedge. The Z-Star Diamond definitely feels softer. Spin doesn't seem as much with the Z-Star Diamond, but let's take a look at the numbers. The ball speed, roughly the same. Launch angle, roughly the same. Spin, so you can see for some reason it's not showing here. I don't know why, because I went over to the regular table and you'll see it's at 10.1, so about 400 RPM more So that was kind of weird, but side angle, pretty close to one another, carry close to one another, total close to one another. So yeah, a lot of this same golf ball. So let's see what we get with irons. So we're going to start with the Members Mark 150 yard 7-iron. That's what I normally play my 7-iron at. That's what I expect out of it. So let's see what we get here. First one is super thin, not great. I've hit better shots before. It's not like you. All right, second one with it. That one I ripped, but I did pull left, but that's a good shot. Okay. Ball speed, 112. My goodness. Backspin's good. Okay. Okay. 152 carry. Okay. Now, there's a lot of stuff on here that I don't necessarily care about. So let me fix that real quick. Okay. All right. So that one, 108 ball speed, carries 152, great descent angle of 44 degrees. That's wonderful. Loving everything I'm seeing from this golf ball so far. Got a little case of the pulleys today, but I mean, spin's going to be a little low, but ball speeds will be up. Descent angle still with the pulley there, 43. Spin's a little low, but I'm okay with it so far. That one, newt. Okay. That one may not have a ton of spin on it. Still a good descent angle of 43. Good ball speed. What's not to like about this so far? Okay. That one's got a little case of the lefties today. Still pretty good. Let's see if we can get one more good one with it. I'm gonna give it a go here. Here we go. That one was a floppy mess, but it's gonna be okay. In time, let's give it a go. Huge case of the lefts today. But that one wasn't too bad. I mean, it was really left, but good descent angle, ball speed, good. Okay, let's see what we got here. Let's hit another. Ah, chunky. Bad golf swing. Fergalicious. That's the best shot I hit today. Holy moly, that's perfect. Okay. 111 ball speed, good. Actually, a bit high on spin, to be honest. I love it though. That's beautiful. Left. Lefties. But good stuff there. Good descent angle, good spin, even on a big left shot. Let's try again. Okay. Okay. Let's give it one more. One more with the Z-Star Diamond. I'm liking everything I'm seeing out of both golf balls so far, though. Just like the Members Mark, the last one's going to be a bit fanny. I can't end on that one with the irons. 7,000 RPM spin almost. Not great. That may go in. Okay, let's take a look. Let's take a look. This is irons right here. Z-Star Diamond, a lot faster. Launch angle lower, but more spin with the Z-Star Diamond. Side angle a little bit more with the Z-Star Diamond, but I can really kind of account that to, really equate that to swing more than anything. Carry though, 154, 162. I mean, it's almost the same golf ball, right? You get more ball speed with the Z-Star Diamond, or at least I have so far today. But with that increase in spin, that kind of equals it out. So pretty interesting there. So let's go hit driver, see what it looks like there. Set up. So with the Members Mark, this is kind of where the Costco golf ball struggles a little bit. It will, as we get a little bit higher in speed, it tends to spin too much. Now, I'm not a high speed player, so it may not affect me as much as it might affect somebody else, but I'll give it a go. That way you can see what it does. Okay. First one's really good. 137 ball speed, 1800 spin. Okay, so far, pretty good. Okay. Nice little draw on that one. That's a good ball right there. I like seeing the ball go left. That's just me. I like watching the ball go left. When it starts creeping right, I know I got a problem. There's a big problem in the swing. So 139 ball speed, 139 ball speed, 2200 spin. Pretty good, pretty good. Oh, might have flopped that one out there a little bit. Yep. Spin on that's going to be outrageous, but more swing than anything else. If I had to, sometimes you got to be honest with yourself and admit it's swing, not anything else. Can't blame the golf ball. Still a good shot though. Actually, kind of looking at it. Where are we at? 135 ball speed, 240 carry or 230 carry. Not bad. A little bit of a flopper. That's going to be a low bullet. Little floaty bullet. Yeah, 3500. Caught that in the heel. That could have been better. Let's be honest with each other. Okay. That one looks a little floaty. 3000 RPM. A little bit floaty. I think a lot of that's swing, but let's see how we go here. Suddenly, those first couple were pretty good, and now 24 is not bad. Let's give it one more shot. Let's give it one more shot. Last ball right here. .28, jumped up and spin. That is spinning. It's down the middle, which is nice. All right. Let's give the Z-Star Diamond a chance here. We got Destiny's Child playing right as we step up. Beautiful. All right, looks like a case of the flops has emerged. Okay, ball speed was good, which means we're hitting it in the middle. Okay. I absolutely love that shot. Carry 230. 2800 spin. It's funny, I would actually like a lower spin than that, but that ball looked good. Okay. Ooh. Okay. No. Ooh, 3300. Okay. Once again, let's give it a couple more. All right. Let's go to the numbers. So we look at driver here. You have the members mark. Ball speed is about 1.5 miles lower, but with the spin dropping 500 RPM, the carry, you pick up 4 yards there. I would say the biggest thing in this though is if we go look at every shot, let me go back here. You look at the Z-Star Diamond, everything was at this 2800, whereas there were a couple of really good ones from the members mark. But here's the thing, I started flopping it pretty badly. I don't know, it just didn't feel like this was quite fair to the Z-Star Diamond. So those look like high numbers, but it's hard to ignore that ball speed number right there. These carries, they just feel really flawed because of the just the bad swing. But let's see, hold on, let's see something. Let's go back. Let's disable these first 2 that just absolutely crushed it for it. I think it's still pretty low here, but it gets closer, right? That extra speed makes a difference. Now if I can get that down with my driver, I think I'd rather have the Z-Star Diamond here. I think overall, you kind of look at the space between them, a little bit wider there, but when we come back over here, look at the irons, they're pretty close. Driver's pretty close. These golf balls pretty close to one another. All right, so we have done all of our practice. We've taken it to the sim and everything, but the final test here is going to certainly be, how does it do around the green? I think that's one of the most important things a golf ball can do. So we have the Wilson staff that I've kind of been hitting as well. My Z-Star Diamond, that is the golf ball that through lots of testing I ended up with. And then the members mark. So let's give it a go. Okay. We'll hit the Wilson now. A little aggressive with the Wilson there, but good stopping power there. Here's the members mark. Low spinner. Closest of the 3, so I feel pretty happy with that. Decent performance on the first set. Let's try a slightly different shot. That's pretty uphill. You guys can watch the ball come to the green. It's kind of why I set the camera where I did. I want you guys to be able to see how the balls are reacting to the green. So, gonna kind of pretend we short-sighted ourselves here. Need to get this ball up and down pretty quick. Let's go here. First up's the Z-Star Diamond. Boy, that runs away from you. Okay? The Wilson did pretty good there. All right, members mark right here. Took too much into it. I would say the biggest quote-unquote problem that I have with the golf ball is that it is pretty firm. It's not bad, right? I don't want to say it feels bad, because it certainly doesn't feel bad. But if you like a softer golf ball, the members mark may not be the golf ball for you. That being said, the performance, if all you care about is performance and saving some coin, the members mark's actually not too bad of a choice. Okay. They're a little bit elevated here. So the ball can come in a little bit higher, a little bit softer. Z-Star Diamond, I'm just giving it a ton, but did you see how quick that kind of checked? That felt pretty nice, actually. And then finally the Wilson right here. Oh, got way under the Wilson. That is a terrible chip. Try to get a little cute with the Wilson there. Yeah, so the members mark so far around the greens checks the box. You know, I wouldn't say I'm the biggest, the hardest hitter in the world when it comes to distance, especially with driver. I've lost a lot over the last 2-3 years. Used to be a ball speed's 145, now 135. It's clearly a swing issue. But overall, swing speed's gone down. Lost about 10 yards per club with an injury. But so maybe I say all that to say maybe the members mark spins a lot like the Costco ball does if you are a high-speed player. And maybe that didn't come out in my testing, but maybe it does for you. Okay? Right? Maybe that's a problem. I don't know if I'd call it a problem, but maybe that's what you see there with it. And so for the price, it's really hard to beat it. You know, it's the members mark's performing really well. I've always been a fan of the Costco. I think I've been a fan of the Costco golf ball. One of the main reasons is because how do I say this? I have needed speed for a little bit. Or spin, not speed. I've needed some spin through the years, especially lately. I've needed to increase my spin a little bit. I didn't necessarily want to change my driver, even though it's an LST. The LST might be a little bit better for me, just because my misses do spin a lot. But spin lately with my irons and things of that, I've wanted the extra spin. It hasn't been too much of a problem getting a little bit extra spin from the ball. So I actually enjoy the Kirkland and think it's a pretty solid golf ball. It's not perfect by any means. I think it can spin a little bit, but it's all in what you want to compare this to. You know, if we compare this members mark golf ball to a Pro V1 in terms of consistency, performance, things like that, you're probably going to get a better golf ball. You know, you want the performance gain. Really hard to argue against this. So take that with however you want to take that. I like it. I think it's a good golf ball. Green. My Z-Star Diamond a little bit more, right? I think it feels better. You don't need a membership to buy it. I may have just jarred that pitch shot with that Wilson. That looks really good. Okay. So Do I think the golf ball's good? I do. Do I think it's going to be better than a Pro V1 or something like that? Maybe not. I think I'd still rather play my Z-Star Diamond. Just the consistency, things like that. But who would play this golf ball if you want a... It turns into what are your goals, right? If your goal is to shoot as low a score as possible, you're probably not playing the Members Mark golf ball. You're probably not playing the Kirkland Signature, right? Those are good golf balls for the price. They're really good. I don't think that they are going to perform as good as a Srixon, a TaylorMade, a Titleist on a consistent basis. That's not to say that they are bad, like I said, but I think I'm probably looking more, this is the guy who kind of plays like me, right? Shoots in the 80s, mid to low 80s, wants some consistency in his golf ball, wants that urethane cover,